Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom, and welcome to Words and Questions to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. My name is Symmanayah, and if you're tuning in for the first time, you will come to know that Yashar'al, of whom I reference, are all those who seek to worship and obey the Most High Father, the Almighty Yahuah. Those who accept Yahushua as Mashiach, as Messiah. These are my brothers and sisters. This is my family. Today is September 10th, 2013, and in this segment I want to address displays of confidence. Displays of confidence do not equal righteousness. Can we make the letter alive? He that has an ear, hear what the Spirit is saying to the assemblies. With that said, let me go on and proceed. What is the face of confidence, and can it be dangerous to use as a gauge of influence? There are many who display some form of confidence, and there are those who have succumbed to the influence of confident people. Beware, my brothers and sisters, because one may dress with confidence in or speak with confidence. It does not make them righteous. I have come to believe that if we ask many questions, it can be a means of uncovering the things that are hidden. There are so many people with hidden agendas, so many who desire to be leaders, elders, priests, mores, teachers, etc. Many self-appointed leaders have gone to much extreme in protecting their perceived flock, group, or camp. There is a thing of being confidently wrong. In other words, a person can display what appears to be confident, but they could be absolutely wrong. Proverbs 3:7 is a good verse, and it reads, well, all verses are good, but Proverbs 3:7 I like to read at this point. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear Yahuah and turn away from evil. It is stated in Scripture that the letter kills and the Spirit makes alive. I'm referencing 2 Corinthians 3:6. I ask the question, would it not be wise to depend on the Spirit of the Most High to make letters alive? Remember, man has tampered with the original writings. However, man cannot change the living words of Almighty Yahuah. Are you aware that the Most High Father sent his set-apart Spirit in Yahushua's name? Referencing John 14:26. Scriptures inform us to dress modestly and come away from behaviors of lust, alluring dress. It is also written to avoid using vain images and carvings. Can you find in Scripture where we are ordered to wear garments with the Most High Father's name on them? Yes, there was a time when the priests wore garments representing the 12 tribes. But have we been ordered or instructed to wear garments with modern Hebrew letters, ancient Hebrew letters, or any type of lettering? Have we been instructed to promote the picture of a menorah, a 7-pronged candlestick, or a symbol of a 6-pointed star on our garments? Have we become as the Pharisees or Sadducees with focus on attire and classes of dress, thinking that this brings about a degree of confidence? Using that to come across as confident but yet confidently wrong? Many of us have been raised in a culture that believes impressive dress or what is perceived as impressive attire makes us appear to be professional, anointed, confident, and in a state of authority. Our eyes and our culture have caused us to dress beyond what is instructed of us in Scripture. Hollywood, television, the media, and much more have brought us to a place that makes us think dressing the part has righteous power. This is far from the truth, my brothers and sisters. Have dressing a certain way influenced how we think of one another? In many cases, how good we look have influenced how people perceive us. This is dangerous, my brothers and sisters. I've seen many various styles of clothing worn by individuals who believe they have returned to represent the original Hebrew dress. many of which are far from the truth and represent nothing short of a fashion statement. In some cases, it's plain rebellious. Who has given thought to the second commandment? Have we polluted ourselves with vain images? Are we dismissing the commandment not to make vain images? The second commandment reads as follows. Exodus 20, verse 4. You do not make yourself a carved image or any likeness of that which is in the heavens above, or which is in the earth beneath, or which is in the waters under the earth. How many have given thought as to how our dress may trigger sadness and envy among those who cannot afford the flagrant attire and clothing? How many have considered that we may be contributing to rebellious behaviors by promoting garments that are not ordered nor instructed in scriptures? Who has considered the degree of distractions caused when someone makes an attempt to understand garments with writings and or symbols on them? I have witnessed individuals manipulate scriptures or make every attempt to justify their attire. Many have received warm welcome from believers because it is perceived that those with so-called Hebrew garments are more anointed, more confident, righteously guided, are in authority. This is far from the truth. Yes, my brothers and sisters, let us beware. Yes, we should dress modestly, but have we overstepped the line? Have we crossed into an area of rebellion, an area that promotes wickedness under the guise of looking righteous? Were there individuals in days of old who dressed to impress? Yes. But look at us today, Yashar'al. Did that impressive dressing prevent us from what is described in Deuteronomy 28th chapter regarding Yashar'al? Were we cursed and scattered across the planet? I ask you, did our impressive dress distract us from the Most High Father? It is not only dress that has captured our attention. Many are stuck on pursuing what they believe is the pure lip, mentioned in Zephaniah 3:9. Consider these two verses. Zephaniah 3:9 reads, For then I shall turn unto the people a clean lip, so that they all call on the name of Yahuah to serve him with one shoulder. But consider also, or let me add also, Revelation 7:9. After this I looked and saw a great crowd which no one was able to count, a crowd out of all nations and tribes and peoples and tongues, standing before the throne, before the Lamb, dressed in white robes and palm branches in their hands. Here are people that are a part of Yashar'al. And it says from all nations, tribes, and peoples and tongues. So we can see by revelation that this return to a pure lip, this clean lip, or one language, as many will say, had not occurred prior to the return of Yahushua HaMashiach. If we consider in 1 John, we'll see it says, For when we see him, we shall be as he is. And so much will transpire once we're transformed. But as for returning the body of believers completely to the Hebrew language before the Mashiach's return, that will not occur. Pray, my brothers and sisters, pray on righteous and living guidance. Does it appear that a pure and clean lip was restored before the return of Mashiach after reading Revelation 7:9? Also consider this, did the people speak pure Hebrew in days of old? Of course the answer is yes, they did. But speaking Hebrew did not mean they were all anointed. How do you think we got to our current condition? Speaking Hebrew does not make one anointed. Yes, we must come away from pagan labels that were used in an attempt to hide the true name of the Almighty Father Yahuah and his sacrificed son Yahushua. We're to come away from pagan labels that promote false idols and deities and alls. Yes, we're to come away from that, my brothers and sisters. We must come away from these things. I submit to you, it is a challenge trying to determine what is the right language. It is a challenge trying to decipher the letters and the right and the correctness. It is the spirit of Yahushua that will make things clear. Any person that's teaching Hebrew, ask them questions. Ask them where did they get their information from? Who taught it to them? What resources did they use? I have witnessed individuals say that they have studied for years and researched and compared different things. And I've seen many people put themselves on a pedestal. Rarely have I seen, and actually I have not to date found someone who said that they sought the Father, a living Elohim Yahuah, that they sought the Spirit of Yahushua to give clarity and understanding of what was the original language. I have yet to discover anyone who established that it was the Spirit of Yahushua that had made known what the original Hebrew was and how it should be displayed and demonstrated amongst us in communications. I've seen people talk about the time and their research. I've seen people pat themselves on the back. I've seen people who have gone to other websites trying to learn. Why are we chasing the letter, my brothers and sisters? Why are we putting so much energy and time chasing the letter opposed to going before the Most High Father and seeking the guidance, the teachings, the remembrance from the set-apart Spirit in which He sent in Yahushua's name? This is what we should be doing, that our spirit bear witness to what is the living message from the Father. Yes, my brothers and sisters, much Hebrew language that is being taught across the globe is filled with subjectivity. The original Hebrew text consisted of pictures and symbols. The text was designed with us to be dependent on the living Spirit of the Most High to guide us by His words and instruction. The text and writings were never for us to take and run and try to master and be academic scholars. We are instructed to worship and obey. We are instructed to trust in the living Spirit to bring to life what should and is to be said and how to understand these teachings. The original Hebrew writings were and still is for function, true worship, and obedience. Many people have displayed a degree of confidence in their teaching and have fooled so many into thinking they have mastered the understanding and use of the original Hebrew language. I've seen fellowships, camps, groups, classrooms, etc. become filled with people chasing the letter over seeking to establish and build a relationship with the living Elohim and Almighty Father Yahuah through His set-apart spirits which He sent in Yahushua's name. Yes, Yahushua, our Mashiach, our Messiah. Beware of those who attempt to dismiss that we serve a living Father, that the Spirit of Yahushua is alive and well, functioning and working to perfect the body of believers who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father. Beware of those who fail to promote, speak, demonstrate in their actions and behaviors that is the living guidance of the Spirit of Yahushua that brings us to obedience and true worship. Yes, there's much confidence displayed, but many are confidently wrong. No matter what we read, see, and or hear, it is still the Spirit of Yahushua that gives us discernment and understanding. No matter what is written, it is still the Spirit of Yahushua that makes alive the righteous words of the Almighty Father Yahuah. We are vessels of the Most High Father, and yes, He will and can speak through us one towards another. I urge each of us to pray and seek to discern the direction in which we are called to fulfill our task from the Most High Father through the Spirit of Yahushua. My brothers and sisters, do not succumb to the display of confidence, for confident displays and influence can be off the mark, can be as erroneous and rebellious. Ask questions, seek answers, pray earnestly for living in righteous guidance. Reproof, chastening, judgment, and wrath are real, as with living instructions, as with warnings from watchmen, servants, messengers of the Most High, any of such that are guided and used by the Father. All proof will come from the Most High Father. Are you prepared to receive? Pray and watch. Yahushua, our Mashiach, our Messiah, will soon return. Between now and the return of the Mashiach, the Messiah, We will witness turmoil and chaos, along with many other disasters as nations move towards a one-world government. There will be no mysterious or blatant snatching away of believers before the mark of the beast and anti-Messiah emerge. There will be no rapture before the tribulation, no rapture before the two witnesses emerge, the two witnesses mentioned in Revelation 11 chapter. No, this snatching away will not happen before the tribulation. Wake up and come away from such belief. We are told and instructed to be mindful of the signs of the times. I submit to you, as I mentioned once before, to consider strongly reading Amos 4th chapter, specifically the 6th verse, 6th through the 13th verse, and ask yourself, are we witnessing a sequence of events that is bringing these prophecies to fulfillment? Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. Be encouraged. The Father will continue to call out to us to provide living instructions to use those whom he has chosen and are called. There will be a demonstration of Yashar'al, a nation of believers who seek to do the will of the Most High Father Yahuah, coming together and guided to a place of safety. Will you be in that number? Don't allow blinded eyes, dull hearing, and unbelief cause you to be left behind. Don't succumb to self-appointed leaders who will dismiss the living instructions of the Most High as one's opinion. Prepare and seek out true discernment and understanding so that you know precisely when to move and where to go. Who knows? For those of you in the United States, I may meet you in Virginia. Remember, each of us will be held accountable for the decisions made in our bodies. These words represent my convictions. What are yours? Pray and watch. All proof will emerge in due season. Again, I just want to emphasize, displays and confidence do not equal righteousness, and we do not make the letter alive. Let us learn to lean on and depend on the guidance and instructions from the living Almighty One, who sent his set-apart spirit in Yahushua's name. Form and function, which takes precedence? What is important? Pray, my brothers. These are serious times. How many events are emerging? Until next time, my brothers and sisters, my family, be encouraged. I pray that you're able to endure. Shalom, shalom, shalom.